brand.
That's right. Now, a lot of
In the United States, all over the world, of taking on a cool partner who also can infuse income and capital into your business. They want to keep control over everything, and they want to be 100% owner, and that's great and it's fine. But a lot of times they're never able to take their business to the next level because of it, and that's why I say they own 100% of nothing.
Oh, and that's a good thing to say. I remember hearing even Kevin O'Leary say that, he had a problem with his original company that he sold to Mattel, and he brought in another guy to solve that problem, and he gave that guy equity. And as a result, $4 billion later, they were a multi-billion-dollar sale or something like that. So
Absolutely.
I definitely agree with that. So let's kind of switch gears just a little bit and preparing to get onto the show. Not necessarily applying, but what else is going through your head as far as preparing? Questions they might ask, things they may want to know, things that you need to still learn about your own business. What was going through your mind?
What was going through my mind is that we were only going to get one shot at this, and I've had a lot of failures in my life. Most of them were because I didn't properly prepare. Most of it was because I took kind of a lackadaisical, I'm going to do this kind of half-assed mentality on Shark Tank, because, you see about probably 8 or 9 minutes of it on television, but what you don't realize is that me and Jen were in the tank for an hour and 20 minutes getting grilled. So you better know your stuff. You better be ready, and that doesn't mean you have to know the answer to every question. These guys understand it. Hell, I was in the Navy at the time. They know that I wasn't some seasoned entrepreneur with, 5 successful businesses and 20 years under my belt, but they knew that we knew what we were talking about. They knew that our sales were solid, and they knew that we weren't going to run from adversity. And I think that's so important, because when you do a deal, when you make an investment, only half of that investment should be on the product or the service or the business itself. The other half of that investment and deal should be based on the warm and fuzzy you get on the people behind it. And that's what I wanted the Sharks to understand, that Jen and I had faced a lot of adversity. And when we faced it, we didn't run for the hills. We fought strong, and we had to. After the Shark Tank, we had a 3-month back order. We had, for sure, a customer service problem because, we did $1 million in sales in the first week. So you don't go from manufacturing your own product and making 130 units on a good day to having to make 1,500 to 2,000 on the next day and not have any issues. That just doesn't happen.
Wow.
And so, we were, thankfully as a company, we were able to get through that. We rallied around one another. We thought outside the box. We brought in new innovation, and, we solved the problem. And because of it, we're still in business today.
Well said. Eli Crane, owner of the Bottle Breacher. Where can listeners pick it up?
Go to bottlebreacher.com.